ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at your grain futures movement yesterday, courtesy of John Tuggle, 800-288-4453. Corn futures tracked another 10-cent loss on to Tuesday's 10-cent loss. Soybeans down 30 on Tuesday. We're only down 3 on Wednesday. There was nothing particularly bullish in yesterday's USDA reports, and the markets are increasingly worried about the level of corn and soybean demand from the Communist Chinese going forward. While seemingly ignored by Wednesday's market, USDA did announce overnight sales of 330,000 metric tons of U.S. beans to the Communist Chinese and 198,000 metric tons of soybeans, 161,000 metric tons of corn to an unknown destination, probably the Communist Chinese. USDA reported Tuesday afternoon that the U.S. corn crop is now 41% harvested, 10% ahead of the 5-year average. USDA raised the good to excellent rating for corn 1% to 60%. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator in Archer Daniels Midland is open all week, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., max 20% damage. And Cargill, Houston, is open 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., max 20% damage also. Recapping, Deese corn 5.12 and a quarter down 10 and a quarter. November beans 11.95 and a quarter down 3. Deese bean meal 311.70 by the ton down $1.30. And December Kansas City wheat down 18, 7.21 and 3/4. We're on the line with Dr. Glenn Tate. We're going to speak about the ICA sale coming up in Gonzales. Dr. Tate?
The Central Texas Independent Cattlemen's Association Bull and Female Sale will be held on October the 15th at the J.B. Wells Center in Gonzales, Texas. Bulls will sell at 11 a.m., followed by the females. Lunch will be served. We have 40 bulls representing all the major breeds. We will have 250 females with pairs, breds, and opens. We have a strong consignment of Tiger Stripe, Brangus, and Hereford San Gertrudis Cross. This year, we have an excellent offering of registered and purebred Brahmans. Cattle can be viewed Thursday afternoon and Friday morning with many consignments on the ICA website. So come on out, add some quality genetics to your herd, and help support the Independent Cattlemen's Association.
Give us a contact number.
210-260-0563. 210-260-0563.
Thank you, Dr. Tate.
Thank you.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat movement from yesterday. National pork carcass cutout value, $104.85 after a $247 bump. Hams were up the most at $12.10 increase. Estimated hog slaughter, 1.423 million head for the week. That was up from the 1.48 last week, but trails the last year by 26,000. Front month lean hog futures added 2 to 65 cents in the recent pullback. December lean hogs yesterday closing 78.15, down 2.5. Wholesale box prices $1.05 weaker in the choice beef, $2.65 lower in the select product. Federal slaughter 361,000 head through Wednesday. That compares with last week's pace of 363, and it matched the same week last year. Live cattle went home, $25 to $1.15 on the loss side. Front month feeder cattle gave back 82 to 115. Feed yards are seeking 124 to 125 for their fat cattle. Most of them remain unsold. Deese live cattle closed down 25, 129 even money. January feeder cattle down 132.50, 161.45. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. Remember, neighbors, MG Building Materials has 5 locations. MG in San Antonio's at 2651 Southwest Military Drive. MG in Corpus, they're on Padre Island Drive, 7436 Padre Island Drive. MG Building Materials Uvalde, 2301 East Main. The store in beautiful downtown Kerrville on Memorial Drive, 2202 is the street number. And MG Building Materials in Pleasanton, 1734 West Oak Lawn. Now, I know you can't remember them all, so go to mgbuildingmaterials.com for details. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. We're getting ready for a Thursday sale in San Saba. Ken, what say you?
You bet, Larry. We got a little over 700 head on the yard today, and looking for maybe 900, depending on what the rain's like and everything. We had forecast to get anywhere from 2 to 4 up to maybe 7 inches. I don't think as of this evening, we're talking on Wednesday evening, that we're going to get quite that much. It kind of moved a little differently than anticipated. We still got some good shires, really helped our wheat and everything. So I kind of looking for that range in that maybe 900 if we'll get a couple hundred head in the morning, just depending on the overall weather. We do have that special bull sale we're going to crank up at 10 o'clock with 130-something bulls, Larry. Very, very good bulls. We got about 57 Herefords, about 25 or 30 Angus bulls. We got an outstanding set of 14 Brangus bulls, and we got about 35, 40 really, really outstanding Charolais bulls, then along with a set of Red Angus bulls. So good set there. They'll be live on the internet, or you can be here at the sale too, either way, or give us a call. We'll help you out that way on bidding on these bulls if you need some turnout for this fall, Larry.
Give us the contact info.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159, and our website to look at the information on the bulls and also our running order. That's at jordancattle.com, and it's also the same place you can go to watch it on the internet, Larry.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You bet, Larry. Thank you.
Never this portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. The location in High. Call Keno at 830-868-0200. That's PMI High. We are on the line with Wayne Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock, Fredericksburg. We had our cattle sale Wednesday. How did it go?
Well, Larry ended up with a short run. Had rain Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday. It wasn't that much, but it was sure enough to slow us down. Then everybody, I had some people cancel because they thought it'd be raining this morning, which it didn't. So we ended up with 760 head. The cow market was probably $2 to $4 cheaper. One of the main packers pulled out, kind of hurt the whole situation. Calf market, light calves probably $2 to $4 higher again, where the heavier steers about steady and the heifers about steady. So they're really good 4-weight steers, $1.90 to $2 on the good ones. 3 weights, a little over $2. Looked like the 5 weights, they were quite a bit higher. So some 480-pound cattle up to close to 190. 500-pounder, weighing 5 1/4 up to 180. 6 weights kind of topped out in the low or the high 140s, 148. 7 weights kind of close to 140. The heifers, the 4-weight heifers kind of 150-ish. 5-weight heifers might not quite have been active or this week. I didn't really have that good cattle, kind of topped out in the high 130s, 6 weights to high 120s. Saw a little more action on the light cattle, and the big cattle had a little more action there too, but they sure didn't want to pay much more. It didn't look like to me.
What are we going to see next week, sheep and goat wise, Wayne?
Sure, we'll get a good run. It just depends on how much it rains or if it keeps raining. If it clears off like they're saying it will, we'll have a clear week and it should jump up 3,000 to 4,000. So we got those real fancy 50 pair coming in. They'll all be 4 or 5-year-olds with a few 6-year-olds. 8 calves on their side. I've got some other consignments. Got 42 head of calves off another place. And I've got some cattle that were canceled for today. 2 loads of them were canceled. So we should have a good run of cattle next week.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wayne Geiswhite.
We're at 830-997-4394.
We're on the line from D&D with Wade Floyd. Wade, Purina's got some excellent fly control products, and one of them's a feed-through, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There is a loose mineral that we like to put out. It's going to be a 1275 mineral, and it does have that insect IGR in it.
All right, and y'all sell that in a 50-pound bag?
Yes, sir. We have it in a 50-pound bag, and then we also have it in a molasses tub that will come in 225 pounds, also a 125-pound tub.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wade. They're at D&D in Seguin.
Yes, sir. They can stop by and see us, or they can just give me a shout at 830-379-7340.
We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, tell us how the sheep and goat sale went.
Went up with 650 head yesterday, Larry. Pretty active market, pretty steady with the week before. Lots of demand, and had a pretty good run. The numbers were good. The quality was good overall. Thought we got along good. The heavy lambs were 240 to 285. The light lambs were 270 to 315. The fat ewes were 95 to $1.15. Thin pack ewes 75 to $1. Fat Spanish nannies, I'd call them $1.50 to $2. Good stocker nannies still in that $2 to $3 range. The heavier cabritos were $3 to $3.70. Lightweight kids were $2.85 to $4. So overall, still bringing the same money, and can't beat it right now. It's still pretty good.
What's the cattle sale shaping up to be?
We've got it right at 400 on the yard tonight. We've got a few cows to get palpated in the morning. We got some young cows standing here. So I think tomorrow we'll have probably around that 500 to 600 head range, just kind of depending on what the weather does tonight, who can get in and get something work tonight or in the morning. So should have a good run. It looks like that market's going to be pretty good last week, and looks like them lighter calves might be bringing a touch more money this week.
Klein, tell everybody how to contact you.
Call us at the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 591-3241.
Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, the Robstown location, 361-767-7473, pipemovers.com, pipe, steel, and fencing, the Robstown location. We're on the line with Cousin Brian Linsman from Seguin Cattle Company. Brian, how was the sale?
Sale was good. Like I said yesterday, we kind of dodged some showers, ended up with 747. Those plain cattle, I mean, they are under plenty of pressure. And you talk to the boys, these cattle with the weather that we've got, I mean, they're getting sick in the pen. So, you can't blame them. If you can't own a good one, you might not want to own one at all. But I'd call the stocker cattle maybe 5 to 7 softer. Packer cows and bulls still holding their own. So, it's an October market.
Well, let's walk those pins.
Those good 2 to 3 weight steers, $1.30 to $1.93. 3 to 4 weights, $1.37 to $2.06. 4 to 5 weights, $1.20 to $1.90. 5 to 6 weights, $1.15 to $1.49. 6 to 7 weights, $96 to $1.44. And 7 to 8 weight steers, $84 to $1.21. You get to the heifer mates, 2 to 3 weights, $1.15 to $1.50. 3 to 4 weights, $1.23 to $1.53. 4 to 5 weights, $1.30 to $1.58. 5 to 6 weight heifers, $1.11 to $1.41. 6 to 7 weight heifers, $1 to $1.33. Those good utility commercial cows, they were 53 to 72. Top end of the bulls brought 87. Had a few young palpated cows. They brought 750 to 850. So that was pretty much the cow market today.
How about sheep and goats?
Sheep and goat market, nothing wrong with it again this week. Those good nannies brought from 200 to 285, with the good kids bringing 315 to 365. Had a few of those old show weathers still floating around. They brought from $1.90 to 238. When you get to the Dorpers, those good ewes brought from 130 to 185, with the lambs bringing 3 to 330. So there ain't much spread between the Dorpers and the kid goats anymore.
What do you know for next week?
There's still plenty of cattle out there to sell. Depends on the weather, I guess. No rain next week, but if you get a turd floater this weekend, it might shut you down for a week.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Cousin Brian.
You can give us a call at 830-379-9955, or you can call me on my cell phone at 830-305-0652.
Say hello to your mama and them. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Larry Marble.
Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. The Laredo store, call Gabriel, 956-727-7473. We're on the line with Chris Carter, Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin our program by thanking the folks that do business with us each week.
Yes, sir, Larry. We do want to thank all of our consigners and buyers. Last week, we ended up with 765 head of cattle and saw a good jump in the market on the feeders and steady on the packers.
Let's walk those pins.
Number 1 steers 2 to 3 weight, 154 to 190. 3 and 4 is 159 to 197. 4 and 5 weights, 143 to 201. 5 and 6 is 132 to 165. 6 and 7 is 123 to 147. And the 7 and 8 weights, 121 to 150. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 121 to 136. 3 and 4 is 136 to 185. 4 and 5 weights, 133 to 155. 5 and 6 is 129 to 180. 6 and 7 is 124 to 152, and the 7 and 8 weights 118 to 129. We had 10 Packer bulls. High yielding was 83 up to 86, and medium 77 to 80. 62 Packer cows. High yielding 62 up to 70, medium 51 to 56, and the low end 36 to 42. We only had 5 bred cows last week, and they brought from 935 to 1010, and 1 pair brought 1,025.
What do we got under the barn for this week's sale?
At the present time, we've got 720 head checked in, looking for about 950. We do have 80 head to pick up this morning if we didn't get rained out. In our count today, we've got 80 Packer cows and bulls, 13 pair, 7 to be palpated, and the rest are yearlings. We do have those 13 Charolais pair that come in, and they range in age from 4 years old to 10. Next week on the 20th, we will have 75 cows. They're Brangus and Brangus Cross. That would be middle-aged and up. We will be palpating them if you have a place for them.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Chris Carter.
For any questions or use of our services, please call Waylon Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
Let's take a look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus in October, D's plus 85, 1067. Houston, D's plus $1, 1093. Progresso, 1020. Yellow corn through Corpus in October, D's plus 85, 597 and a quarter. Houston, D's plus 75, 587 and a quarter. And Progresso, 1175. Hard red winter wheat through Houston in October, D's plus 70, 791 and 3/4. And Houston beans October delivery, November less 20, 1175 and 1/4. We moved 2,236 bale of Texas cotton, 1,847 East Texas, Oklahoma, 389 of West Texas. Prices went from 100.61 to 104.86. That makes the average price 102.73 for Texas cotton. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble. I'm your host. Thanks so much for joining me. God bless. Take care. See you down the road.